It's currently 2 a.m. I'm now exporting yesterday's vlog. It's 90 minutes, but you guys already know that because you saw it already today. But yeah, it took 3 hours to edit, and I'm extremely sleepy. Still have to proof watch it and stuff when it's finished exporting, and then I'll be able to go to bed. What up guys, it's a little after 12 in the afternoon, and believe it or not, I just woke up. I was extremely tired from yesterday. I hope you guys checked out yesterday's vlog because that's the most fun I had in a vlog ever since I started. It was a really good day yesterday. Like I said, it's a little after 12 and I usually start getting ready for church around 5, between 5 and half 5. And between now and then, I have 2 videos to edit. I have a few articles to write. So I need to get started on all of that right now and try to finish everything by then. I also have to do P90X for today, and quick update on that. Last week I only got 1 workout in for the entire week. Just 1 workout. I was really busy, and then Monday, which was 2 days ago, I didn't do P90 because it got too late and I went to sleep early so I can wake up early yesterday morning to go do all what we had to do. And then yesterday after I reached home I was extremely tired as well, so I didn't do P90. So today I have to start back. Today I have to try and at least get it done every day for the rest of this week to try and make up, or even twice some days. And yeah, but I've been drinking water only, and I mean I've been seeing like huge results. Like the t-shirt I wore yesterday at the beach. The last time I was at the beach and I wore that t-shirt, it was extremely tight, like really tight. And yesterday it had like extra room inside the jersey. So I am seeing really good results, although I'm not doing it every single day. So that just goes to show, if you start working out and you continue and you keep up with it, if you miss a few days, it doesn't even matter. Just continue on and just forget about the days that you miss and just keep working out, and the results will definitely show itself. I also want to remind you guys about that water thing. If you're drinking water, tweet at me how much water you drink or leave it in the comments of these videos. And make sure and try to drink more than me. I have 2 bottles in so far for the day. And don't forget to tell me how much water you drink in the comments below. So yeah, I'm gonna get started with everything I have to do right now, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Just got back from church, and a bit earlier today I posted a photo of my Moto 360 with the tan leather band that I ordered together with it. And I really liked how it looked, but I said I was waiting until the grey band wears a little bit and then I'll probably change it so it looks new again. And I happened to post that on Reddit, and everyone was like, it doesn't make sense, just take the grey band off and put the tan leather band, and then when I'm going to sell the watch, put back the official band. So I was like, okay, so it's 10 PM now, and guess what I'm going to do? Yup, I'm going to change my Moto 360 band right now. And no, there's no way I'm going to try to do this on camera because I'm already clumsy as it is, and if I try doing it on camera I might break something. So this is what it currently looks like. This is with the grey leather band, the band that officially came with. So I'm about to change this out now and put the tan leather band on it. These are the tan leather bands. I'm going to throw on it now, and actually I don't know why I was doing this before. It probably was just my tech YouTuber instincts kind of kicked in, but yeah, these are the bands I'm going to throw on it now. So my dad told me a while ago that he had a watch kit whatever to change watch bands and stuff, so I just assumed it was a few tools and stuff. So I asked him for it. He just brought it up, and this is what he has. This is like a full-on watchmaker thingy, and also in addition to this, there's this toolkit full of watch tools as well. So I should be safe in terms of functionality of these tools and installing the watch band. Okay, so I just realized the stock band has this kind of notch in the center here, so I'm gonna have to cut that. Well, actually I did know about that before, but I kind of forgot, and it just surprised me when I took it out. So come on G4, stop playing with my feelings. Yeah, so now I'm about to take a knife and try cutting that exact thing out in the other band. Okay, so it turns out this band is a bit thicker than the official band, and it's a little tiny bit wider. So I'm gonna try to DIY cut this down until it looks like this. I'm gonna use an emery board to shave here down and then cut it off a little bit and see if it can fit. And if it doesn't, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna put back the official band. Got my notch cut out, and yes, it looks like the band went through World War X, and there's also a teeth mark right there. Yes, I had to go through a lot of stuff to get this to look how it actually looks, and I used an X-Acto knife to cut this little notch out. I'm gonna put it in and see if it feels any stressful on the body of the watch. I'll take it back out immediately because I don't want the back to crack. Sad news. It looks absolutely amazing, as you can see here right now. Like, it just looks so legit, but there's a little pressure on the body here, and this side specifically, not much this side because I did a lot to get this to be a little thin here, but this side was a lot fatter and there's some pressure here, and I don't want this to crack at all. So I'm gonna have to put back the stock band now, but just take a minute just look at how beautiful this looks. Wow, too bad I can't keep it this way. I'll probably have to look for another band or something in the color with a much thinner part here that goes by the pin or whatever, but I really wish I could have had it looking like this from right now. Back to stock again with a grey watch band and second hand, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. I just really like how the brown looks, so I'll probably look for another brown 22mm band to see if I could fit it inside here. Jason, in the future, if your dad wanted to take over the church and be a pastor, would you do it? So in my opinion, I think this is not up to either him or me. I think it just has to happen. And as you know, I'm a Christian, so I believe that that's in God's hands. It's not a man-made decision, as in, you know what, I want you to be a pastor, so you go study, you become a pastor. Firstly, it has to do with if someone actually has a desire to be a pastor in the first place. You can't force that on someone. And secondly is if someone is actually meant to be a pastor. So if I go, I can have all the studies I want, and I just wouldn't be a good pastor. I wouldn't, like, it just wouldn't work out to me in my head. I think that has to do with just God putting that in place and not any man-made decision making it come to light. So I hope I answered your question correctly, and you can inbox me to talk about this if you like, because I know you like to discuss this kind of stuff. Jason again, another question. When are you and Ellie's going to get married? Soon. Very soon. But I might have to take a day off from the vlogs for a wedding. Unless you guys vote that I shouldn't, then you'll have to take that up with Ellie's. Javan, all about that Smash life? Of course, all day, every day. Darren, hope this isn't too late, but which one of the Nexus devices are you most excited for, the LG or the Huawei? Definitely the LG, and I already spoke about why I prefer the LG in the previous one, or why I'm looking forward to it the most, and it's mainly because of the size. I always said I would prefer a smaller device and all of that, so I'm really looking forward to the 2015 LG Nexus 5. Kyle, which do you prefer, the OnePlus 2 or the G4? And with the lack of certain features such as NFC, do you find it to be a big deal in your daily life? And do you think the new Moto X would be a better device than the OnePlus 2? So right off the bat, I would say yes, the new Moto X would be a better device than the OnePlus 2. But of course, take into consideration that it's personal preference. So if someone really doesn't have the need for NFC and they prefer the design of the OnePlus 2, it will much more be a better device for them rather than having to settle for the Moto X's design and all that. But when coming to the lack of features, I did have a few times where I really wanted to use NFC and I couldn't with the OnePlus 1. There's also been a few times where I really wanted to use wireless charging and I just couldn't because the OnePlus 2 didn't have it. And also, I really wish it had quick charge because it takes really long to charge. But all of these are things that no one phone actually has everything, you know. No phone is perfect right now. So you do have a bit of compromise with each device you own. For example, I really love the Nexus 5, wireless charging, stock Android, everything. But it didn't have good speakers and the camera wasn't so good. So like I said, all phones have their compromises. But as for the downside of the OnePlus 2, if it really did affect me in daily life, the NFC definitely did. Although people say they don't really use NFC that much, I do. And it really did bother me. But as for the quick charging and the wireless charging, I mean, I can live without it if I have a really good package, and right now this is kind of a really good package for me. Pure Android, a lot of custom ROMs will be coming out for it, hopefully, just like they did with the OnePlus 1, or even a fraction of that would be good enough for me, because you guys know I love customizing my devices and making it my own. I already rooted this and have a bunch of gestures and stuff here, so I'll probably go over that in my full review over on TechSmash. But yeah, I'm really liking the phone so far, and I mean, if you're deciding between this and the Moto X, just weigh the pros and cons, weigh what you need the most, and see which phone fulfills that checklist more than the other, and then it won't be much of a difficult decision since they are both relatively around the same price range. Guillermo, what is 1 plus 1? 6. Darren again, how do you feel about the new Blackberry Android hybrid, and do you think this would make sliding QWERTY keyboards come back? I don't think sliding QWERTY keyboards can come back. I mean, they can come back as accessories and stuff, but I don't think any smartphone manufacturers would. I don't see this going mainstream as something you buy a phone that has a QWERTY keyboard right there. I mean, probably could happen, but I personally just don't see it. As for the Blackberry Android hybrid, I think it's a really good idea. If I get my hands on one, I'd probably enjoy using it for a while just to see what it's about. But as for owning one, I don't really care much about it, to be honest. Moving on to Twitter, Tone E1 asks, and this guy also does vlogs as well. He's from Trinidad also, so if you want to check out his channel, I'll leave a link below so you can go check him out and show him some support. He's another Trini vlogger. So yeah, shout out to Trini support. How long did it take you to get where you are today, and what motivated you? If you are talking about YouTube, I'm doing YouTube for about 1 year and 5 months, and it was a lot of hard work. Like seriously, like imagine producing content as best as you possibly could to the highest of your ability and getting like 20 views after one whole week, or maybe just 30 views, and having to make it a milestone when your video reaches 100 views in 1 week. I mean, yeah, it's huge. It was huge for me at the time, but looking back now, it just goes to show how growth on YouTube is really gradual. It takes a long while. Right now I get like 100 views within the first hour that my video is uploaded, and up to now that still amazes me every single time I upload a video, to know that 100 people watch my video within 1 hour of me uploading, and that's a really good feeling. And also it's a lot of motivation as well. And if you're asking about motivation to actually start doing videos or continuing when there's less support than you would like, and not motivation as in a lot of support will bring you a lot of motivation, I think having a passion for what you're doing really is the sole purpose of everything. Like, that should be the main motivation. So like, I can get 0 views on videos on TechSmash right now, and I would just still love just churning out tech content with as highest production quality as possible, and all that cool editing and stuff that I love. I just love just playing around with that stuff, and I just enjoy it generally. So seeing that support on all those views and comments and stuff, it really is really motivating, on top of actually enjoying what I do. Edward, how are you so awesome? Well, it all started with when I was born. Edward again. Do you contain cyanogen mud particles? Of course, everyone contains cyanogen mud particles. Just open your lungs a little bit and just look inside your lungs. Cyanogen mud particles. Open your liver a little bit, look inside. Cyanogen mud particles. Open your kidneys, guess what? Cyanogen mud particles again. Edward again. Thoughts on the next bit, Robin? Mint or midnight? I pledge. That's really awesome that you pledge. I would love to actually get my hands on it and see it. I'm liking the concept so far. But as for the design, I mean, it's not what we typically see right now, so it probably can become the norm sometime in the future, but it's a really cool idea with the cloud and everything. And I would have to say I personally prefer the midnight. Kayod or Kayod, I really hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thoughts on the Sony Z5 Premium? Do you think 4K on a smartphone is worth it? And do you think it would have decent battery life? I'm really liking the specs. I mean, the specs is basically any 2015 flagship right now. As for the 4K display, I think it's really impressive getting 4K down to that size to fit in a smartphone, and I respect that. I absolutely am amazed by it. But to say I would use a 4K smartphone, I mean, looking at it right in front of your eyes, you probably will be able to tell which one is sharper. But if you're actually using one at a time, if you're using a 2K display right now and then next week you go out and buy a smartphone with a 4K display, and then using that only as your daily driver, I don't think it would really affect you much moving from 2K to 4K, because there's only so much your eye can interpret, especially when the pixels are that small. Already, like in 2K displays right now, there are devices with PPIs of over 500, so it's really hard to distinguish with the naked eye which one is better. But where 4K comes in really handy is where virtual reality is concerned, like those virtual reality headsets, Google Cardboard, all that stuff from Samsung and LG and everything they're offering. 4K would really make virtual reality much sharper than it is right now. If you have experienced Google Cardboard or anything, you'll know that it's a really awesome experience, but everything is a bit pixelated since it's zoomed up on a 1080p display. But with a 4K display, that would really fight that, and you would pretty much, at least I would hope so, get a really solid virtual reality experience without anything being too pixelated. And that's pretty much it for all the questions I got today. And if you guys don't know, I just started using Snapchat, and if you'd like, you can follow me there. I'll leave the thingy somewhere on the screen here for you to follow. And also for next week's Q&A, you guys can send me Snapchat questions as well if you want. And also, if you didn't see yesterday's vlog was, I really had a great time. So if you think that Elise, Daniel and I should get together like multiple times a month, like let's say 2 or 3 times a month, and go to somewhere really cool and make like one huge long vlog, let me know in the comments below. And also to all of you who watched yesterday's entire vlog all the way to the end and left a comment with the 2 stars, huge thanks to you guys. You are really awesome. So yeah, that's been it for today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.